Good morning and welcome to my channel. This video is going to be about dating Moroccan men. Yes, dating Moroccan men is nothing to do with traveling. The reason why I am making this video is because one of my beautiful subscribers had requested that I make a vlog or a video about dating Moroccan men. Since I made a video about Moroccan culture, she was wondering how it's gonna work with her Moroccan guy, and I thought, why not make it? Because there wouldn't be a better person to make it, as I am a Moroccan girl and I can speak English. Perfect combination. However, there is something that I would like to say. Not all Moroccan men are the same. In no means am I saying that every Moroccan man out there is exactly as I'm going to describe him. I'm just talking about the majority of men, and the majority of them fall in this category, or at least in between the margins of what I'm about to say. So yeah, I hope this video will be helpful for those of you who are dating or married to Moroccan men and help you understand why things work that way in our culture. The first thing I would like to say is that Moroccan men are very family oriented. They love their mothers, and it is very important for them that you get along with the mother and the sisters if he has some. If he doesn't have any sisters, then just consider yourself blessed. Woo! This means you are expected to pay his family visits during Eid, celebrations, and holidays. Which means if, well, this depends on where you live, but even if you live in the same country, you still have to pay them a visit and might be expected to spend a couple of nights at his parents' house. And if you live overseas, obviously when you come to Morocco, you will be spending time with his family because you are most likely going to be staying at his parents' house. If you are invited to his parents' house and for a meal or a celebration you might feel as if people are imposing stuff on you, like food, for instance. We insist. If you say no, thank you, I don't want to have it, I don't want to have more, they will insist, like, just take a little bit more, just have some more, and it's okay, you're so skinny, you can eat a little bit more. Please don't take that as an offensive thing, because we do it in Morocco because we care about you. I don't know, it's quite a different culture, but we like to feed people, because when we feed them, that's how we show that we are looking after them and that we care about them and that we love them. It's because we girls are kind of pretending that we don't want it and wanting them to insist, and they kind of got used to the idea of insisting. Moroccan men like to display power, especially in front of their families, which means the guy's family. They want to be the man who holds the trousers at home, and even if he doesn't do it like in real life, just kind of like allow him to do it in front of his family if you don't want to clash. And also because to him, he's also pressured by the mom and the sisters and his family, and he will be criticized as being weak if he doesn't get to make the kind of final decision and make the biggest choices that you guys get to make as a couple. You know, just how it is. I don't know. Moroccan men, I think that's pretty international though, love women who can cook. They've been raised and brought up in a manner that his mom cooks for him, makes everything for him, spoils him, because boys are so spoiled in Morocco, most of them, and their moms do everything for them, and so they are kind of wired in a way that they are expecting the woman to do everything for them. Just talk about this at the beginning of the relationship to make sure you're on the same page, because most likely you'll be expected to do the cooking and all that fun stuff, you know. Yeah, especially in front of his mom and his sisters, he'll definitely not be like taking initiative and doing the dishes and all that, because his mom is gonna be like, are you serious? Are you a woman and she's controlling you? What is going on? Hello. They care about your past relationships. Trust me, they do. Although some of them might be like open-minded and you know, because they've been westernized because of various reasons, whether they lived overseas for a while and this and that, but honestly you would know if he cares or not, because he's going to ask you. If he doesn't ask you, then there is no reason for you to share, especially if you have this heavy sexual background. I mean, because it's a turn off anyway. So please don't share that if he doesn't ask you. But if he does ask you, just know that he cares. It's very clear and obvious. And Moroccan men don't like to have a serious relationship with a woman that had 10 plus boyfriends, ex-boyfriends or whatever. Moroccan men are very protective. They will protect you like a bodyguard bear with like 4 arms. Like physically protective. So for instance, if you're walking on the streets and you were about to, this is just a very basic example, if you were to cross the street, he would always like be facing the side where the cars are coming first, because you know, he's a tough boy. And let's say you're going out at night and then there was a guy who tried to hit on you, he will beat his ass. He will beat the shit out of him, honestly, like he would. Which leads me to mention that to some of you this might be quite aggressive. I mean, it's kind of aggressive anyways. So it might come across as if he is being aggressive, but that is just his way of showing his protection and that he cares about you and he wants to protect you forever and ever. Him being protective might mean that you don't get to go out with your girlfriends, you don't get to go on a girls trip and all that jazz. They have issues trusting women. I mean, that's everyone pretty much, but the way they show it is quite in your face. They would call you, like video call you randomly, and I knew I had a girlfriend and she had this psycho boyfriend who would call her and ask her to pass me to make sure that she is with me and she wasn't lying, or even like pass the taxi driver if she said she's in a taxi at that specific moment. And so the reason why I'm saying this is quite extreme, but I'm just saying this is also something common. So you might get the psycho type, or the quite open-minded kind of guy who is quite open-minded only overseas, away from his country, and then once you guys are in Morocco, it will kind of feel as if he is a different person. But the truth is, he is not a different person. It's just that those westernized guys, or who believe they are westernized, they behave a certain way if they are outside of Morocco. But once you guys come back to Morocco, the same rules apply, because you are in his country and under the expectations of his family and the society and so on and so forth. So all that package comes back to hit you in the freaking face. There you go, girl. This is it. If you are getting discouraged, this is for you. Don't get too discouraged about dating Moroccan men, because they are quite gentlemen though. Like, they would arrange all dates for you, they would pay for everything, treat you like the queen you are on your dates, and they will not allow you to pay or share the bill because they are too proud and they want to show that they are capable and responsible to pay for both of you. If you reject and don't let him pay, it's kind of like gonna touch his manlyhood and break his heart. So just let him do it. Allow him to give you that, you know, thing, because he feels good when he does it. Please bear in mind that being a girlfriend is not as serious to most Moroccan men as being his wife. Some Moroccan men will be quite open-minded with you being just a girlfriend, but once you become a wifey, which means the next level, they will go back to whatever I was describing earlier. Wife, less open-minded, because you're kind of serious. It's a serious relationship. It's not a game anymore. If you don't live in Morocco because you met overseas in some other country and then you got married or you became in a relationship, bear in mind that when his family visits that country where you guys live, they will be staying with you for a couple of days or maybe a couple of weeks, depends on how far you are. Let's say if you are in Canada, the guy lives in Rabat in Morocco, and when his family visits, that's a freaking long way. So they will be staying with you at home every single day, and you have to kind of like make all those good dishes that you can make and like host them and be the best host ever, you will be expected to do that. If you don't do that, you'll be considered rude. Most Moroccan men, when in Morocco, don't like to show public affection, or affection in public. I don't know which one is right. Anyways, English is not my first language, so please don't judge my word order. Don't try to kiss him in front of his family, please. Please don't, because this is so disrespectful in our culture. We don't want to see that. Just like, get yourself a room. Please don't feel offended if he refuses to like hug you or kiss you in front of his family. It's not because he doesn't love you anymore. It's just because he doesn't want to disrespect them. Oh, very important. Last but not least, don't cheat on this guy because it will not end well. And what I mean by this, it will get really ugly if he finds out that you are cheating on him. He might hit you, he might hit the guy, most likely will hit the guy for sure, and it will not end well. If you don't want to be with this guy anymore, just break up with him and make it very clear before you do anything stupid. I hope this video was helpful for those of you who are dating or like Moroccan men. That way it will help you understand why they behave a certain way and why things are the way they are. Please, if you have any further questions, leave them down below and I'll try to get back to you. And I'll see you later. Love you.